All right, calm down, calm down. All right, what is going on, everybody? How is it going? It is Thursday and a different angle. I figured I would shoot a different angle because I got crazy sun coming in. It is a beautiful, beautiful day where I am at, and I don't even need all of the lights that I have because I've got so much sunlight coming in. But I've got a couple of new pictures framed. I got those on some trips. So, yeah, I wanted to put those up on the wall. A couple of Battlefront 2 pictures, but they're limited edition. So, you know, I'm like, oof, I want to put those up. So those are pretty cool. You know, the Millennium Falcon, the pre having not lost the front end Millennium Falcon. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do it's Warrior Wednesdays on Thursday. That happens sometimes. Kind of crazy. I barely eked, and I mean barely eked by 25 points, and I mean 25 points. Barely eked in Kyber. Kind of blessed. Very, very lucky. Barely eked it in. The last day I had to do the where I have to win 3 ship battles with no reinforcements. I had to use Maul. Now the funny thing is, and a lot of you are going to be like, "What?" I've never used Maul in Arena. The Malevolence. Maul is the Malevolence, and I've never used it. And the reason is I left the game and my Malevolence was 5 stars because I went all in on Negotiator. And so I went all in on the Negotiator, and the Malevolence came out after, and I had it at 5 stars, and I quit the game. And then I came back like a year later and my Malevolence is still at 5 stars. Well, it has taken me the last, 5 months to get the Malevolence up from 5 stars to 7 stars. It just takes time to get that currency and to buy those last couple of stars. So I finally got it to 7 stars, and that's good. But in the meantime, in territory wars, grand arenas, things like that, I don't use it on offense because it's limited. You can't have as many reinforcements, and so I always set it for defense on my grand arenas. And in arena, I always use, of course, my Negotiator. And so I don't even know the ship. I don't really know anything about it. It came out. I didn't really pay attention to it, so I don't know anything about it. Well, someone said, hey, you can get that no reinforcement achievement, and it was exactly enough, like within 25 to get my Kyber. And they said you could use your Malevolence with +3 to get that. And they were like, it's pretty easy. And it wasn't pretty easy. It was, I would say it was easier than any other ship combination. But so the way it works is it was basically Sunfac, the Hyena, and the Vulture droid. And then you really have to find a couple of Negotiators that are kind of on the lower end. You can't pick like those level 8s with all the pimped out. I mean, if they're at like 575, 575,000 GP, they get their ultimates off too fast, and you end up getting trashed. So, but I tried over and over. I did a few refreshes, and I got my 3 wins, and I got to Kyber. So I felt really blessed to kind of get there. The Malevolence was actually really fun to use, and I was like, with only 3 ships, once I did those like 20 battles to finally get my 3 battles with no reinforcements, once I was able to do that, I kind of figured out how to kind of do it with only 3 ships. I was like, dang, the Malevolence can beat a maxed out Negotiator with only 3 ships? What the flapnog? You know what I mean? Like, that's nuts. What could it do with some reinforcements? So that's a powerful combination. So now I can really see the advantage on offense. And so it's going to be really, really fun to really kind of dig in now that I have that team. I wanted to briefly talk about, and I don't want it to go super political, so I want to preface this. I don't want it to go super political. If nobody knows, if you don't know, I'm a libertarian that's kind of in the middle, and so I'm not far left, I'm not far right, I'm not I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm in the middle, but I don't even want it to go too political. But it has to do with Disney and Disney Plus and the firing of Gina Carano. And I just want to say how disappointed I am in that. And this is why I'm disappointed in that. I know exactly what she shared. They've already expressed what she shared and why they let her go. And she has, a history of sharing some conservative ideology on her Twitter, as does a lot of other actors with their liberal ideology. And so there's a lot of people on Twitter sharing their leftist opinions or their rightist opinions, and they all, share a lot of stuff. And the people on the left say that, Trump is a fascist and he's, that for the last 4 years that he was Hitler, literally. And then the people on the right are saying things similar, that, now it's going to be, bad and stuff. And I don't want to get into the politics of it, but these are all opinions, right? Everybody's having these opinions, and it's kind of like a rear end. Everybody has one. So, and a lot of times those opinions stink. But I hate it when somebody has an opinion and they lose their job over an opinion. Now, I get people can fire for whatever reason. So, I get they can do it. I'm not saying they can't do it. I just hate that they do it. That is stupid. That is dumb. Let people have opinions. You know what I mean? It's just, it gets under my skin that we are in a culture now where it's like everybody has to have the same opinion. And if we don't, then you lose your job. I'm actually in the same position where I work. Basically, everybody has to have the same opinion. And if we don't, you're going to lose your job. And so I just have to kind of be quiet. And I find it super frustrating that everybody has to just shut up and have the same opinion or they lose their job. I think that that's silly. I think it's very silly. And so we just live in that culture, and I find it frustrating. You can think she's a terrible actress, or you can think she's an awesome actress. You can think that they're entitled to fire her, which they are, or you can think that this was a tragedy. But at the end of the day, she has a Twitter, which she's sharing her own opinions and her own ideology, and she got let go for that. I just personally think that that's so stupid. And unfortunately, I was in, first grade, and I learned this, cause and effect. So whether it's right or wrong, there's always a cause and there's an effect. And the cause was canceling her, and the effect is the #1 trend on Twitter right now is, cancel Disney Plus. So it's the #1 trend on Twitter, and cancel Disney Plus is happening. So I don't know how far that's going to go or where it's going to go, but it is what it is. And there's, 50% of America who disdains this kind of, retribution, and 50% that are apparently in support of it. So it's weird being kind of in the middle as like a peacemaker. Come on, you guys, can we just move past this and have empathy for one another and talk and have dialogue and discourse? But man, Twitter is super toxic. I try to just have fun with Twitter. Matter of fact, yesterday I posted some funny meme. Let me see. What did I post? What funny meme did I post? Oh, yeah. When my mom says, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite, but I accidentally sleep loose. And it's a cat being eaten by a bug. It's freaking hilarious. But I try to do that. Or then, there's 2 urinals and then 3 toilets in the middle. So there's 5 people that would have to pee and poop right next to each other. And right below it says architect, and the word architect is spelled horribly wrong. It's just funny memes. I try to keep it lighthearted on there because, you're not gonna win anybody over on an argument on Twitter. Or here's one about, it's a circle. You probably can't see it. It's a circle about, demanding new content. New content arrives, complain about the new content, and then complain about lack of new content, and then demand new content. It's just a circle of complaining about new content. So, so anyway, I just, I don't know. Again, I don't know. I think it's silly. I don't want to beat that dead horse. I just wanted to mention it because it's our Star Wars universe, right? It's our universe. We are the fans, so it's our universe. Because without us, it goes away. And I just thought that was silly. Whether you like her or whether you hate her, whether you think she's an awesome actor, whether you think she's not, I just think it's stupid that she lost her job simply for the fact she posted something that they didn't like. And that we're in a culture now where we have to literally hide our opinions from our bosses because our opinion could get us fired. I just find that pretty stupid. So, okay, enough of that rant. We're going to go ahead and bring me down. Bring me down. There we go. There's the game in the background. You know what? Yesterday, the reason why I didn't stream, I'll be completely honest, there was nothing to do. Honestly, nothing to do in the game. And I was like, this sucks. And so, I mean, because the guild event hadn't even launched yet, and there was really no events, and my dailies are just my dailies. That's kind of dumb. And so anyway, I just kind of waited it out to see here. But so today there are some new bundles we can talk about, and so, yeah, I figured we could do that. And then I could talk about like what teams I used last night. I needed to get my battles done. Bassreich says he loves the memes that I posted. Is Sure Shot in my chat? Sure Shot. Yes, he's in my chat. All right, so let's go through these bundles. So really quick, the Legacy of Mandalore, they push this out for the next week or so. And basically, you're going to get... a few drops of 10. It's like between 10 to 330. So you're going to get 10. And it's 3. You're going to get a randomization of 3. So it says each pack awards 3 character shards. The first of each is 10 to 3 of the armorer. The second will be randomized. So you're guaranteed 10 of the armorer and then 10 of 2 others. And then you might get more. My guess is you're going to get like a 12, 12, and 12. And maybe the first pack you open, it'll be like 15, 15, 15. And you're like, oh, there's more than 10. Let's buy this again. Oh, this is great. Because they want you to buy it both times. So the first time you buy it, it'll be like 15. And you'll be like, I'm a real boy. And then you'll buy it a second time and it'll be like 10. So just expect to get like, basically, if you buy it twice, you'll get 25 shards of the armor and 25 shards of 2 other characters. Probably the 2 characters you don't want, like Gar Saxon and, Sabine. That's my guess. And so is it worth 2,500 crystals for Gar Saxon, Sabine, and the armorer? Probably not. So this is not worth it. Okay, that's my take on that. Now, this one, if you have been playing for more than 1 year, probably more than 2 years, but more than a year or more, this you probably have like, let me show you the best one of this is the Mark III, right? I have 6,900 of these stored up. Now, if you're brand new in less than a year, this is an insane value. You can buy it twice at $5. So for $10, you could get 100 Mark IIIs, 100 Mark IIs, and 100 Mark Is, right? So, Mark I, 2, and 3s, this is literally an insane pack, probably one of the coolest packs they've ever done, because ability mats are like, when you first start, are so freaking, you wait for, the Sundays and Thursdays and stuff, you're like, ooh, I can't wait. So this is one of those things where if you're like less than a year or less than 2 years and you're just like hustling and trying to get this would be so worth it. But if you go to the 3, the Mark III, the 1 and 2 less so, but the Mark III, if you have less than 100 of these Mark IIIs, this is unequivocally worth it. If you have the $5, if you can earn the $5 some way through like the Google Play rewards and do a few surveys and earn $5, over the next 2 weeks, and then buy this would be good. Now, for someone like me, again, if you've been playing for 3 or more years, you have a insane stockpile of these ability mats. So this would be a total waste of money. It's even $5 is just a total waste of money. So for someone like me, absolutely not. This is to help out that brand new player. It's super cheap. You can buy it twice. This would be totally worth it if, you had the money and you need those. So this would be worth it if you have less than 100 of those Mark IIIs for sure. Now, the next couple are these gear completion bundle 1s and 2s, and they're similar but different. This first one, this $4.99 one, can be bought a couple of times. The purchase limit's 5, and it's kind of different. So there's a 30. Let's see. It's a little bit. It says so. There's a possible bundle of these items, and it says there's a 32% chance of obtaining 50 pieces of the cryos, plus 25 of the cryo battle, because the cryos are really important, and then 50 pieces of the stun guns, the stun cuffs, the carbantes, all of that. And so these are all, and then a 4% chance of getting 50 of each, which isn't going to happen. So basically, you're going to get 50, 25, 50, 25, 25. So for the $4.99, how many crystals you get for $4.99? If you tried to buy the crystals and then buy these items, it's just, you can't get these items for $5. So if you are, and these are all your like Gear Crunch items. So, and obviously if you bought this 5 times for $25 in crystals, if we come into the crystal store, is basically right at about 3,000 crystals ish, like 3,500 crystals. You can't get all this stuff for 3,500 crystals. Oh, cool. There's a nice picture. You can't get all of those items for 3,500 crystals. You can't. You could try to cherry pick it. And if you didn't need them all, you could probably get, the ones you specifically need. I have all of this in surplus again, for the most part. So I'm not buying these 5 times. But for anyone that's like literally gear crunched, and you should be gear crunched on all of these items for most people, if you were looking for a cheap way to get the most critical gear, stocked up, this is not a bad value at all. This really isn't. This is an opportunity to really just get all of the gear you need, the absolute most. The rest of the gear is pretty simple. This stuff is the hardest stuff to farm. Cryos are the worst. The drop rate's bad. You literally just have to buy that with crystals. That's the cheaper way to get them. So you have to save up crystals for who knows how long. It depends on where you place an arena. Save those crystals up and then buy them out of the shipments. If you try to farm them over time, it's like worse. So this is an absolute, the carbantes will come with time. You can get cuffs farmed better. And then stun guns, same thing. You can farm those probably. It's an even trade, even break. Just depends. The drops have been better. And then, the eyeballs are rough. So this, I would say, it depends on where you sit. If you're a Dolphin or above, this is always worth it. If you're free to play, obviously you're not going to buy it. But if you're that like, I might spend, it really depends on if there's a character that you're trying to like get to that next level. If you've got that like one team you're really trying to just click, and you're just like stuck on like 3 characters and they're all requiring this. Remember, there is the flags and the green dots. The green dots means it's needed by other characters, like as in all your characters. And then the flag means it's specifically needed for characters in your favorites. So this would be worth it if you can afford it, in relative to, capital games. Now this one's a little bit different. I would actually say this one has a lesser value than the last pack. The last pack has actually more guaranteed at a lesser price point. This one has less guaranteed at a higher price point, but it has a higher chance of procking. So it's a third. Instead of 4% procking all the way, it has a 32% chance of procking all the way. So they've changed the percentages, so you're gambling more with your money here, but you have that higher chance. So you can do this 3 times, and basically it's a very similar item, and basically they're doing the same thing. They're allowing you to buy the same pieces of gear. So this is $30, American dollars, because you can do it 3 times, and the other one was 25. So for $55 total, so for about $50 or so, 60 Canadian, 65 Canadian, $55 American, you can basically stockpile all of the most important pieces of gear that are just stupid to get. They do this about once a month. So if you were looking for only gear purchases that you do once a month, now if you were looking to only spend about $10 a month or $20 a month, this isn't for you. What I'd actually suggest is buying those $10 on Mondays, those $10 relic bundles. Those $10 relic bundles are really probably the best value, coming with, you know, energy and crystals and relic stuff. Those little $10 bundle packs are probably the best. So Vader's dad said if you just spent the 2,500 in crystal shipments, you're guaranteed about 32 armorer shards. So to put that into perspective, he's talking about the Mandalore pack. So for these last two, the gear completion bundles, really you have to be kind of a dolphin and above to really see the value in those, because they're decent value and they're the gear you need, but it adds up when you start to buy all the packs, because they're multiple. You have to buy them multiple times, or if you did. But if you bought it only once or twice to just kind of get someone over that hump, definitely $5 for that amount of gear is a super good value for capital games. Let me always preface that. So for either one of those, I would say the $4.99 pack, worth it, especially if you're only buying it once, for like a mostly free-to-play individual. So yeah, we'll alleviate the gear crunch for money. Let's see, I've got something in here. Oh yeah, I did not get the last levels, so I got some, not all of the rewards there. Yay, thanks for the donations. And I waited long enough so I can do this. Get my free, give me some crystal, some character shards. Come on, character shards. Yeah, full unlock, yo. 10. All right, and then I think I'm getting my ships to, they're at 6 stars. I've got 2 more capital ships that I got to get to 7 stars because I'm behind the curve, and that is these, you know, the Resistance and the First Order. And, yep, and I've got to get these ships to 7 stars, but I've got to do this event 10 more times, and I think the event comes around like maybe twice a month. So I've got like 5 months or 6 months or whatever at least to get these ships to like, I think I got like 6 more months to get these ships to like 7 stars, which is absolutely crazy. Crazy, man. All right. Let's go ahead and stun. And let's do, come on, select. There we go. Let's put this on here because I don't want him to get all that bonus turn meter every time someone dies. Let's pass the turn here. Let's try and stun here. Yay. And then go ahead and breach. Yeah, they definitely need more ships in the game. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try and stun their taunter again. Didn't. Let's go ahead and pass. And I want to put breach down a little bit more because I want to keep breach up so I can just keep ramping the damage up. Let's see. Take that target lock off. Now he's got taunt up. What I really like is when I get Darth Vader out and get the ability or the target lock out, because target lock really ramps up the offense even more. And the retribution's pretty nice. We're gonna do this and target himself. Keeping breach out. Just keep stacking that offense. Bombs away. Get a stun. Get some protection back. Get some breach out. It triggered his protection or his hiding. Why are you hiding? Here we go. Get some target lockout. He does a lot of damage too, by the way. And let's see. I think he's got... Oh, he's taunting. I was going to say I was going to stun in the background. We can start molly-whopping some fools. Let's see how bad. 99,000 on basic. Let's get some breach out. Oh, breach didn't land. Cleanse. We'll pass that love. I love this ability, too, from this ship. Pretty awesome. I want to save my mollywop. There's 158,000. We'll target himself. He's out of hiding. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Okay, good. I want to kill him with my mollywop. Dodge, 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 dodge. All right, here we go. See ya. Boom. 325,000. 325,000. That was pretty fun. That's pretty neat. And a basic. 167,000. That's always a fun. That's always a fun battle to do. Take your time. Crank up the offense. Yeah, I've got 90 more I need now of this. It's nuts. Nuts, man, I tell you. Crazy. Yeah, we need a lot more of those ships. Because you're right, it is difficult in this game to do this. More mod slicing. I hear you. More mod slicing. That's a fun battle to do. That last challenge, by the way, that was horrible, man. I tried with my Mandalorian. Like, I'll show you my Mandos. I really did. I tried all sorts of different leaders, and well, I went past him. I just got Sabine. She's in my favorites. I got her Sabine because, you know, I tell you what, the armor shred's pretty underrated. It really is. I like armor shred, and the armor does armor shred now. But I got Canderous at 3. I really need to take him to at least 5. I have the Mandalorian, the old one, put his Zeta on and took him to 7. And I even have his modding right, like, and Django's at 7 with both Zetas. And like this, I mean, like, look at this, dude. I mean, I've got critical damage to 235. He's got high tenacity. His damage is well over 8,000, like 80, almost 8,300. His critical chance is over 96%. It's almost 100%, which I need about almost about 4%. I need it right at 100%. So I need about 4% more critical chance. But I mean, I've got him modded. He's just about 4% off on critical chance. Other than that, he's pretty perfect. And Relic 7. So let's see. Frank Brown asked, speculation on Phoenix packs that were data mined, maybe. I don't know about that. Nightmare asks, how many E8s do I have? I only have, I think, 4. Let's go look. The 4 I have done are Supreme Leader Kylo Ren was first, and then General Kenobi was second, and then I went ahead and did General Skywalker and General Grievous. And General Grievous and General Kenobi both have capital ships, so that's the reason for those, plus they're just both really good characters. And then Supreme Leader Kylo Ren and General Skywalker are both complementary. And I did 2 light side and 2 dark side because I really want to, you know, complement both sides of the field. And these are my favorites. I keep Kiadi Mundi up there just as a painful reminder. He's going to take 6 months to get the stars for. Plus I can request gear off that, and I can build gear, you know, off of his pieces. I'm getting Hoth Rebel Scout up because he's the guy for, you know, the MM team. Apparently, I don't know. I don't have the Zetas on MM, and I won't for a long time because I need 7 Zeta on my Galactic Legends. My Galactic Legends are missing 7 Zeta. That's right. I need 2 more on Rey. I need 3 more on Sith Eternal and 1 more on Jedi Master Luke. What? Like, come on. 7 more. This is nuts. And then I've got Sabine. I was farming her stuff all week long, and I finally just got her into relics yesterday. So I popped her into relics yesterday. So I have 2 people for relics. Queel's almost relic 5. And then once he gets relic 5, he drops out and Sabine becomes my relic person. What's the health of your GG at? It's not super impressive. I've stolen so many mods off of him. So he's not like super impressive. I've got, let's see, health mods all the way around. Over here, I've got health. Here, I've got health. Here, I've got health. And here, I've got crit avoidance. And I did this because a lot of people bring in, a ton of like teams that use critical damage to take him out, like the Jedis, or they'll use CLS teams, or they use the bugs to clean them up and things like that. And I just, I put critical avoidance on it. You can use a health arrow, but anyway, total health is only at 146,000. And then, like I said, speed's right at 200 basically. So 146,000. I have seen General Grievous's like well over 200,000 health, and do way more damage. So I really probably should be remodding him. I mean, at Relic 8, he's kind of under impressive, if you will. So yeah, I need to probably take a look at his modding, but he's been stolen a lot from. And the reason is most of my health mods, my good ones, have gone to this team for the cam. You know what I mean? And this team, right? Where are you? And this team, like Padme team, you know what I mean? Like the 501st and Padme, like for the cam event and Padme team, like they're health mods, man, they were like trash the first 3 years. Nobody cared about health mods, and that's all they gave us. And then all of a sudden the world changed when relics came out, and all of a sudden health became important. And so all of a sudden everybody needed health mods. It was just, it's crazy. So, yep. And then let's see. Let's buy these really quick. I want to get my last ultimate piece. I might be able to do that for the stream and put my ultimate on Luke, because that's the only guy I don't have an ultimate on. So, but I want to buy this really quick before it goes away, because there might be some good pieces in here. Hold on really quick before it turns to 11. Yeah, I'm low on all these. I've been using them for relics. It's crazy. Okay, I think we're good. Let me just glance at mods. No. I always look for any mod in here that might have some offense. The hard ones to get. Or speed. Oh, wait, I can get one of those. That's pretty neat. All right. Yeah, we'll leave that. Let's go. I want to do, but let's see, I gotta get some stuff. I'm just babbling now. Yeah, we gotta do this. So let's do this. Boop. Boop. His sound effects suck, man. I guess I could do this. Let's see if that's enough to get my light side energy the way I need it. I have no luck in the mod store either. And then when I do find one that's like 5 speed all the way, speed doesn't proc. And I'm like, really, man? That's all it showed was speed, and it doesn't proc speed. Roll it up to gold, and it's like 3 speed. 3 speed is all you get. And then I end up selling it. I'm like, no. Come on, give me some freaking luck on this stream. Let's do this. I want to get my last ultimate piece. I might go into the 200s just to get my ultimate done today. And then these pieces I can tear down in the relics because I don't really need this material, but. Whoops. I'm just like staring at the screen. Hello, is Warrior home? Nope. He's mentally checked out. Corey. Yes, Corey. So, funny thing, there's no difference in the RNG of the simming at all. There's zero difference. And exactly 70. Woo! No more refreshes for Warrior. But there is what we call law of averages, and if you were to take a computer program, which I used to do computer programming, I did GW Basic, Q Basic, I did Plus, I used to do Turbo Pascal, a number of programs. And when we did the computer programming, we would do dice roll. Like I did a dice rolling program. It was one of the first things we learned was dice rolling. And dice rolling, you had to program in, and I did cards, like how many times, if you wanted to have a deck of 50 cards and you were gonna do the deck, how many times did you have to do the deck for it to be perfectly blended? It's 7 times. That's mathematically, we figured that out. And so we had to do that, but dice rolling to, the RNG and stuff, but sometimes it pops one way, sometimes it pops another. That's the RNG of it. That's the randomness of your random numbers generator that you create. It literally randomizes it. But when you run it through 500 times or 1,000 times, you do what's called batching. Batching is where you break them down and you run batches over and over and over to see how many times, each batch does it. And what you do is you work out anomalies. You run it so many times in these batches to see if your random number generator that you created was actually coded correctly, because you have to find out if you actually did your job correctly when you built it. And so you would do batching. And so you would build your random numbers generator, and then you would batch to make sure that it was in fact random and didn't have a preference to a particular way. And so this is called batching, and it's actually to test the RNG program that was built by a human. But what it actually does is it gives the computer program a chance to level out basically the playing field, because every time it runs, it's random. So it may be 1, it may be 4, it may be 3, it may be 2, but each time it runs, it's random. It's the same randomization program that runs, but the law of averages is in play. And because the law of averages is in play, the law of averages is in play. And so a computer program is programmed to continue to run through a law of averages. And so because of this, it actually levels, so to speak, the playing field as it plays through, and it continues to try to be what we call equitable balance. And so equitable balance is in play. And so because of this, it's going to try to produce a more equitable balance. And so when you do batching, it creates a more equitable balance. So I could run 20, and if it decides on that time to give me 3, great, it gave me 3. The next 20, it might give me 9. Now I have 12 and I'm out of energy. But if I batch it, I might get 1, 1, 1, and then 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. But you can run them that way, and sometimes you might get the same. But through batching, you'll get a more consistent random experience. I know that sounds weird, but it's actually true. So anyway, I get the whole randomization is the same every single time, and that is correct information, but batching is actually a thing, and it's why we run this. And the company has come out many times and said it doesn't matter whether you do Sims of 3 or Sims of 4, and they're right. They're absolutely right, because it's a randomization. Each sim is going to look at that and say yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, yes or no, whether you do 4 or 8 or 10 or 12, it doesn't matter. However, in batching, you're giving the computer an opportunity to be equitable, and you're giving it more chances to be equitable in nature. And it can see its previous attempts at its equitable nature in the program. So anyway, that's why I do that. And we now get to do, aside from that conspiracy theory that everybody calls it, don't ban me on Twitter, please. Because somebody's going to ban me on Twitter. I'm sure of it. You're going to be like, Warrior is a conspiracy thirst. He's a conspiracy thirst. Let's see. I can slice something. This one looks pretty neat. Slice. This one can go up on speed. It could go up on crit chance, offense, or health. I think I'm a winner either way. Don't you think? Don't you know? Let's do it. Health. I couldn't have lost on that one. Let's do it again. That's pretty neat. Let's do it. Health again. Oh, man. Let's go look at her health. Her speed sucks, by the way, you guys, because I keep trying to get health and I can't get, or keep trying to get speed, and I just can't get speed from her. 207,000 health. That's pretty good. But I only have 515 speed. And for perspective, you could add like 200 speed to this chick. Really, 200 speed. And I have 117. So it's pretty bad. So the speed's not so good. But 207,000 health is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking you, Ray. Okay, let's, yeah. Let's go into the event. Let's do it. I can always switch around her mods. Slicing those mods is not a bad idea. All right, let's do this battle. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, I like to take in multiple iterations of her because I like to confuse the multiverse. That's always fun. And then I like to take in the Robros because the Robros are rowy broy. By the way, if you want a pro tip on this event, I can give them to you because I've lost lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of tickets on this event. I have watched some videos and a lot of the videos don't tell you specifics. In fact, a lot of the videos are from like 8 months ago. And then there was a rework of Kylo that makes some of those videos trash. And so what worked back then, you know, when this first came out doesn't work now because literally there was a rework. Biggest thing is, and no one talks about it, I haven't seen a single video, not one video. You have to have Rey over 510 speed or they go first. You have to go first or they literally just shoot in one shot your characters. And I literally kept losing like 1 or 2 characters and I'm just like, I can't win with like 3 versus 3. And so you have to go first so you can do this and put some protection up because then they go and boom, you don't lose a character because that's exactly what happens. And then we're going to go ahead and pass this over to her, make her buff. And then we're going to just start working on the side tunes. I know people hate when I say the word tune. They're like, ooh, that's gross. I need to put more bonus protection up. We're going to do this. He's a super stunned. We're going to put more protection on her since she's tanking. All right. We're going to do that basic. And basic. And I really need bonus protection up, but let's go ahead and do the whirlwind because we want to take him out. I don't have the whirlwind Zeta that provides the like 3 times extra damage or whatever. So, and then you don't need the ultimate to win this, by the way, but the ultimate helps, obviously. I do have her ultimate, so I could use it. But I could continue to add just bonus protection and use the whirlwind Zeta that does 3 times damage. If you wanted to do that Zeta, that would really help. I'm going to go ahead and use the ultimate just for the sake of this. And I'm going to put that back on her. We're just going to keep going. But big thing, you want to go first, right? You want to go first. So make sure you have your speed on your Rey, man, so you can go first and not just get one shot. Call his buddy. Pew. Stagger. And mollywop. Oh, and then the other thing is don't ever remove turn meter from what's his nuts in the middle. Hooey. Because dude in the middle, man, removing his... Oh. We got to put bonus protection up or we're going to lose him. Let's put this up on her. And then let's put the bonus protection up on him. There we go. Oh, perfect timing. Boy, that was almost too late. Oh, and I'm going to possibly lose him. Call buddy. That should kill him. All right, I got to put some bonus protection up. Again, let's taunt with her. Make her thick. As everybody says, she's thick, man. All right, we can do this. Everybody attack. And let's do some more bonus protection. I like that. Just don't take away his turn meter or he gets 50% of his protection back, which is really stupid. But it's how it works. Let's call in our buddy in the background. Let's do more bonus protection. I mean, I know I can do the swingy molly wop thing, but we'll do that in a second. I like making sure. We now have her third ability, which would probably finish him off, but we'll do the ultimate just to make him mad. Call in assist from our Robro. Hiya! I did want to take your hand. Ben's hand. Philippe Gerard says Warrior was canceled from the Game Changers because of his opinion on a game node drop. You know what? Totally. That was total cancel culture right there for sure. They cancel cultured all of us, I'll be honest. Hey, look, you guys. Oh, I'm done with all of these event tickets. I don't have to do event tickets until they do another one. I can't do these events anymore for event tickets because there's no more. Yeah, Cara Dune, man. I liked her. I thought she was a good actress. I know everybody else is like, she just trash as an actress, but I thought she was fine. I thought she did a good job. And I'm fine with both the left and the right having opinions, even if it's on toxic Twitter. I'll stick to my stupid memes because I like memes. And hopefully I don't get people pissed off at memes, right? All right, let's do this. I get to watch him finally move up, too, because he's sitting behind General Skywalker, which bothered me. Heroic stand. Dun, dun, dun. 3. Wait, hold on. Wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Definitely wrong button. Definitely wrong button. There we go. All right, ready, set. I don't even know my buttons. That's hilarious. Okay, cool. What did he go up to? 46,000. He still needs his leader Zeta now. That's a really, 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 really good Zeta because he needs it to run. So where is he at now? Whoa, he's in second place now. That's pretty neat. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, they all have their ultimates. That's good, but he needs his leadership Zeta, which I'm missing. That's too bad. Oh, and I can do, let's see, we can do this guy, Queel. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to get his, yeah, definitely not going to be able to get this. You know, this item, this one's stupid, really bad stupid, really difficult to get. You do 10 and then it drops like 3. This is like where you do like a batch of 10 and it drops like 3 or 4. Oh, I got 7 or 6 this time. Woo! Oh, that's pretty neat. There's 4. See, it's like really, yeah. So I barely got enough to do that one. That's just dumb. Yeah, we're not going to get enough to get 25 there. He's going to be probably tomorrow. I can probably get those other 2 pieces tomorrow. The blurg. And then once he gets to Relic 5, I'll be dumping him and moving on. I did my regular energy. I do want to spend what I have left on slicing, but not actually slicing. I just want to get some more pieces. Let's just do what we have there. And then ship's energy, same thing. Ship's energy. I don't think I need anything with ship's energy, honestly. Oh, I do, yeah, right here. Yeah, 3. Cool. And what's today's, let's see, what's today's objective? I can't remember. Guild activities is next activity is daily challenges. So this is kind of a pro tip I can tell you guys. If you wait until like changeover, if you will. So I've got my 600 in. If you wait until changeover, so when is that? 5 hours from now, and then go in and do your challenges. What happens is you can do them today after changeover, after the guild changeover, and then tomorrow, before the guild change, do your 10. And a lot of you know this. And people have been doing this for like 5 years, but there's many of you that are new and don't know this. You can do 10 guild activities today after those fleet challenges and those other challenges today after the changeover, and then tomorrow before the changeover, and that's 10 and 10 is 20. And a lot of people are like, how do you get more than 10, in your thing? Well, that's how you do it. You get 20. You get 10 today and 10 tomorrow, but you do it after your guild changeover. So you just have to go to your guild activities, look at when it changes in 6 hours. 6 hours from 11 for me is 5 p.m. So today at 5 p.m., I'm going to go in and do my 2 guild activities, my dailies for those challenges, those daily challenges in ships and regular. And then I'll get those. So that's how you do that. And then you get maximum. You'll time it out. I will do this one, restart, multi-sim. I wish this was a little more fun, but the new mode sounds fun. Now, I'm afraid that it might not be fun because it's probably going to cost money for it to be fun. So let's see, daily activities, fleet challenge, fleet arena challenges, squad arena. Cool. So that's right. And then let's see, I could probably do a squad arena battle. And let's go in and do a battle. All right. Of course, we always put the tank tech on our tank. Then let's ability block. Whop. And he won't be tanking because he doesn't have the right character out. Wat Tambor. And then we're going to mark and kill his Jedi Knight Revan. And we're just going to go after and kill his Jedi Knight Revan, which he's dead once. And we're going to continue. We're going to just hit them all. And then whop, kill, bop. Oh, not quite. We'll finish you off. And then my damage dealers really... I mean, I have a couple of damage dealers. There's one death. Single and double. That damage really ramps up. And goodbye. I'm taking my time, but this is a really pretty easy team to beat without Wat Tambor in it. And we'll put the weapon tech on my Relic 8. And boy, I don't know if I have time to ramp him up, but bam, wham, it gets pretty intense near the end of the battle if your weapon tech's on him. And then, I mean, it's just pretty quick. He's going to melt pretty quickly. Conquest, the new ability, is going to be definitely for Relic 5 and above. I really believe that. I think they're going to have, like I said, some smaller pieces. For like the smaller levels, you should be able to do some of the smaller levels with smaller characters, but it's going to wet your whistle barely, and then it's going to ramp up pretty quick. I'm pretty sure of that. So I don't think people are going to get what they're wanting out of it, unfortunately. Boom. 121K for the win. That was pretty good. I don't even know who Rick Wood is. I'm just killing fools. Is there anybody who needs gear? Night Fear needs that. All right. Sweet. All right. I think I've done all my dailies. I've done all of this on Guild Event, by the way. Went in here, and we haven't deployed yet because we're still doing this. And so, oh, we got our 3 stars up here. Did my ship's battle, no problem. Got that, yes. Then went down here. Did the special mission. I have a Relic 8 General Kenobi, and I lost him in round 2, but I still beat it. So it's okay if you lose him. Biggest thing for this that I can tell you trick-wise, aside from having a ton of health on everybody, is you have to take out the B2 because the B2 strips all your bonus protection. And if you have bonus protection, you can win. If you don't have bonus protection, you're going to lose. So that's just as simple as that. So you got to take out the B2 as fast as humanly possible. Really focus on him, take him out, and then get your bonus protection back. And once the bonus protection's back, then you can take out the assassin droids, you know, the ones that one-shot your characters. They can be prioritized next. But you got to have bonus protection on because if they do try and one-shot, it will almost kill your character. But if you have bonus protection, they normally don't die. If they don't have bonus protection, they just die. So you got to have your bonus protection, and that gets stripped by B2. So make sure you prioritize killing B2. But with 4 characters, I cleared round 2, 3, and 4, and I did do that. So that was good. And then I got 4 of 4 on here using my Galactic Legend with 4 other Jedi. I use Revan. It's my arena team, basically. You know, Revan with Jedi Master Luke, Gas, +2. I can't remember even which +2 I used, but I didn't use Jedi Knight Luke. I used Jedi Knight Luke down south. It was kind of my leftover Jedi team. And then here I used Rey. Now Rey only has 3 Zeta when I went in here, but I used her with the Robros. I used her with my other Rey, my Jedi whatever Rey, and then I used her with BB-8. And I got 4 of 4 on here with Rey team. Just lots of bonus protection. Again, same theory as a Padme team. If you can keep your bonus protection up and go after the B2, kill the B2, and then just keep bonus protection up, it's pretty easy. You just got to have that bonus protection. And the same thing with Jedi, you just get the B2 out of there, and then the Jedi teams, there's so much offense, so much damage that you can really chew through the team pretty easily. So I completed special mission, completed the ships, and then did both of those 4 of 4. Down south, not so much. I did 3 of 3 or 3 of 4 on Jedi, completed all 3, got to the 4th round with all my characters, and I thought, well, this was going to be easy. Because Luke, you can do that stun, and then they all run in and do a mass attack and all of that, and it did not go well at all. They just one-shot a character. He's just standing by himself, and So I got round 3 of 4. That 4th round did me in, and then I decided I would use CLS, and I don't know why. A lot of people have really good luck with CLS teams. I, by the way, don't have my Zeta on my Chupio. That probably helps, I'm assuming, because of all the additional damage, but I don't. But anyway, I went 3 of 4. I went through the 3 rounds, did really well, got into round 4, same dang thing as my Jedi Knight Luke team. Got in round 4, and they just just started taking characters out one by one. So, you know what I mean? It was well, it is what it is. So really our goal was to, by hour 12, have by hour 12 to 10, so we have 12 hours left, by hour 10, where we have 10 hours left, to have all battles done, so that way we have 10 hours to really focus on knowing who's left and knowing how we're going to deploy all of this extra GP, because we're currently at 2 there, and we're at 1 here and 3 up here. So we're maxed out with ships. It's just a matter of how are we going to deploy all of our GP, here and here. I'm pretty confident we're getting 3 stars down here and 2 stars here. I don't know if we're going to get the 9th star in the middle or not. Looks like we're missing 2 battles there, 3 battles there, 4 battles there. So there's still a few people that need to do some battles. 3 battles there, 2 battles there. So still have about, anywhere from 2 to 4 people that still are working on their battles. So there's that. Yeah, and the Zeta on Chupio is, from what I hear, an absolute must. On my ships, doing well. Basically, I finally got every ship done except for the Finalizer and Radis. Both of them are 6 stars, so just working on, finishing those off. And then again, on my favorites here, I just try to keep 1 Gear 12 that I'm chewing on for a team. And then always keep someone in relics to work on relics. You should always be working. I try to always work on relics now. So that's that. Yeah, so that is that. We are done with that. I had a story time that I had all planned for you guys, and I'm trying to think of what it was now. Had it in my head. Oh, and I hit 7.9 million GP. So that's kind of a new thing. But I'm trying to remember what my story time was. I had it all planned out and picked up, but now I'm like drawing a blank. I think it had to do with being canceled, like a cancel culture thing. But that's okay. We can skip story time today. I suppose everybody's going to be like, no. And if I think about it, we'll do it next time. But biggest thing is, oh, you know what? I know what it was. It's I always try and give like a positive upbeat in like, how should we be treating each other? That's right. Okay. I got it. Okay. It's not really story time. It's more like, how should we take care of each other? So this happens, right? This whole cancel culture thing happens, and it happened to Gina Carano, but it happens because as a society, we have 2 choices. We have a choice to, have a choice of focus. Our choice of focus can be on ourselves or on others, and we can't, as a society, move forward in one way, but we can, as a society, move forward in another way. And I wanted to kind of just dig into that for just a second, and I talked about this last night, actually. So my wife and I, we do these premarital courses. We call them, at the church, we call it Marriage 101. And anyone that's getting married that wants to go through it, they can. They don't have to, but if they want to, they can. And my wife and I aren't experts by any standard or any stretch of the imagination. We struggle through like everybody. We do the class because we see the value in the class, because there's tools in the class, and we want to teach people the tools because, right, if you're going to have a car, you shouldn't wait for the car to break down and then go, well, I guess I need a new car. You don't do that with your marriage. Hopefully you don't wait for it to break down and then say, I guess I'll get a new, marriage. That's not the way it should work. The same is true with relationships, just relationships in general. You shouldn't just have relationships in life, let them naturally entropy, and then say, well, I'm throwing that relationship away and I'm going to start over. But that's what we as a society are doing. And entropy, the word entropy means to like kind of fall apart or fall away or naturally degrade over time if left in its natural state with no involvement. And so it's kind of like atrophy. So like when you work out, if you work out all the time, your muscles get strong, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then what happens if, let's say, you take an injury and you stop working out? Well, your muscles atrophy. They get smaller, they shrink, and you get weaker. That's just what happens. And I know this personally because I haven't worked out in a while. That just naturally happens. It's the natural course or the natural progress of what happens if you don't utilize those muscles in that way. Well, atrophy with your muscles is the same thing as entropy with your relationships. And there are tools that you have to use with relationships to make sure that they stay healthy. And we as a society don't use those tools to stay healthy in our relationships. And so relationships are naturally in a state of entropy. And unfortunately, that relationship came to a state of halt with Gina Carano and Disney Plus. And the entropy destroyed it. And that's really sad, honestly, to see that, because it shouldn't have happened. So it's just really sad to see that. But so what is that tool? What's one big tool that we can take away from that to like prevent that from happening? And so that was kind of the like takeaway that I wanted to have. And so that's where that's what I wanted to kind of just give. And that is the thing, is the focus. So where's your focus? So for a lot of people, you know, they come and they talk to us and they're like, you know, well, he this and he that, and if he would only do this, then I would do that. And, or she does this and she does that, and if she would just do this, then I would do that. Same thing with relationships. If the other side of the aisle would simply do this and this and this, I mean, we would be able to do that. We would do this and this and this and this. But, you know, if the other side of the aisle would just stop doing this, this, and this, we would be better off, right? The focus is on fixing the other side, the other person. The focus is always fixing the other person. And then the blessing is always on ourselves, right? It's like, but we want. What I need is X, Y, and Z. What I want is X, Y, and Z. And what they need to do is fix this, this, and this. So there's this need to fix the other side of the aisle, of the other person, the other friend, the other coworker, and the need to have for yourself, the blessing for yourself, right? I need this. This has to happen for me, for that to occur, that kind of thing. The problem is that's terminal for every relationship. It's terminal. It always will be. It's everything. Every relationship like that will entropy. That is the natural state of every relationship that's like that. We call this selfishness. That is literally the very definition of it. It is we have to fix you, and we need to help me out. And that is relationships in a nutshell. And when you start to kind of observe and watch, it's literally like every relationship out there, and you're like, holy crap. And you start to look inward, and you're like, man, I do this too with maybe coworkers or friends, or, you know, even your spouse or something like that, your children maybe even. And so how do you fix that? Well, take the focus, switch it. That's it. That's it. Focus on, instead of fixing them and blessing yourself, focus on blessing them and fixing yourself. There's only one human in the world you can fix, and that's yourself. That's literally the only human on the earth you can worry about and fix is you. No one else on earth can you fix but yourself. Turn that focus on yourself and fix yourself. Worry about yourself, fix yourself, focus on yourself. And then turn the blessing on the other person. Try to help the other person. Try to focus on blessing the other person, and try to reach out across the aisle and do things for the other person. Help that coworker, help that child, help your spouse, help your friend. Don't worry about fixing them. Give them grace. You know what I mean? It's that focus piece though. And the other thing with that is mindset, right? Because when you're focused on fixing them, you have a negative mindset on them. They're human being. It's a negative mindset on that human being. When you're focused on blessing them, it's a positive mindset on that human being. So you either have a negative mindset or a positive mindset. When you're focused on yourself, for blessing yourself, it's a selfish mindset. When you're focused on them, it's a selfless mindset. When you're focused on fixing yourself, it's a humble mindset. When you're focused on blessing yourself, it's a prideful mindset. So by having these, you're either terminal, relationship's going to entropy and you're screwed, or you can swap it and the relationship is going to thrive every single time, thrive. So unfortunately for Gina Carano, she's in a relationship of entropy with Disney Plus. It's not going to go anywhere. They fired her, and their focus was to fix her. She didn't get fixed in time, according to them, and they fired her, and it is what it is. She'll move on. They'll have, cause and effect. There'll be an effect. There's going to be a number of people that'll cancel. Probably 20 to 50 million people will cancel Disney Plus, maybe less, maybe more. It is what it is. Who cares? Whatever. But for ourselves, we have to look inward. What can we take away from this whole situation? And that is, what are we doing with the people directly around us, our coworkers, our friends, our family, that kind of thing? Where's our focus? Is our focus on them or us? Are we blessing them or blessing ourselves? Are we trying to fix them or are we trying to fix ourselves? Anyway, I hope that was something that would inspire someone out there. If it didn't, oh well. I guess you hopefully had some fun with Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. As always, make sure you guys keep your gaming on. Warrior.